Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel. This is Cameron, and I'm here for another review for 1,000 Pound Sisters, Season 7, Episode 2. Before we get into the review, if you could please comment, like, and subscribe, that'd be very great to the channel. Lord knows I need it. Okay, so let's not even waste any more time. Let's get straight into the review. So with this episode, it continues with Tammy. We see her going on a date, and we finally get to see Andrea. So Andrea, pulls up, walks in, and she was not exactly what I thought she would be, but she was exactly what I thought she would be, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay, Tammy got a little boo. They sitting down talking, and first thing I see is they got matching missing teeth. Like it's just like it's a match made in heaven. Y'all both got the yeah. Andrea says that they met on a dating app and they've been inseparable ever since. I was like, okay, that's cute. She got her like a little companion or whatever. One thing I did think was like a little red flag, and I could be wrong. I just feel as though with Tammy, like being on TV, I kind of feel like you are a target in the sense of like someone using you for clout, for money or whatever. So that be in my mind already when someone tries to get with her. Not saying that she don't deserve love, but that just be in my head when I think of someone messing with her. So when Andrea got the shoes, the bowling shoes, she was like, "Oh, these are really nice." She was like, "Will you buy me a pair?"
Huh?
Will she buy you a pair? What do you mean? What do you mean buy you a pair? If you want you a pair, go buy you a pair. And Tim was like, "Yeah, I'll buy you a pair." To me, maybe I'm looking into it a little bit more, but I just kind of felt like you already asked him for stuff. No, no, ma'am, you don't need to be asking for nothing. Do you not have no money to buy you some bowling shoes? Like, yeah, don't be asking Tammy for that. Tammy, and watch out. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Like, what are you asking for bowling shoes for? Tammy says in her confessional that she really likes Andrea, but she hasn't farted around her. And she says that, when she sleeps, anything can happen. She can't control it. And the first thing that came to mind was, so she the one that's been at the house that Brittany be seeing. Has it been like an all you can eat buffet up in that bedroom? That's what we want to know. Then Tammy says she likes Andrea a lot, but she's taking it slow. And then she takes a dig at Amy, saying, I'm not Amy. If Amy had a dick, she'll think with it. Well, she has a cat and she thinks with that, just like you be thinking with your big mama cat. You be thinking with that too. So they switch the scene over to Amy, and she's meeting up with Brian. They're meeting up for a date, and she lets it be known that they've been dating for a month, but Brian feels like they've been dating for 3 years.
Mental institution. Crazy. Bitch needs straight jacket.
Which I don't know how he thinks that, but okay. So as they're at the table, Brian asks Amy, "Why you go out with me?" And she basically said, "I was bored, I was hungry, and I want some street tacos."
You better say that then.
I did.
In this moment, she was telling the God honest truth. She was hungry, bored, you was interested, hey, pay that. Then he asks her another question saying, then why you stay around? What's so special about me that you're staying around here? And she was like, well, I think that you are good to me and you're good to my kids. And then she asks him, like, why are you here with me? And he was like, I feel like you're good to me and you're a good mother. And I was like, oh, that's nice, that's sweet. So then it switches back over to Tammy and Andrea's date. And Andrea says that she doesn't date often. She got out of a 10-year relationship, so she doesn't really date like that, which is understandable. I mean, that's a long time, and you don't want to rush into anything. She then talks about Tammy. She says Tammy has the best heart, but then she also says that Tammy can be very stubborn. Then she tries to, play it off by joking, saying, no, I'm playing, but she has a good heart.
You ain't slick, hoe.
You weren't playing. She is stubborn. Stubborn is her last name. No, stubborn is her middle name. Stubborn is her middle name. So you wasn't lying. You was telling the truth. She may have a good heart, but she's also stubborn. Tammy says her and Andrea are doing great, but Tammy feels that she carries negative energy herself, and that, she wants to get rid of that. She feels that her exes has contributed to that. And I agree that they contributed, but I feel like you already had that negative energy within you. I just feel like what she said, people contributed to it, but let's not say that these men did that. I just feel like you already had that in you, and then on top of, how you were eating and all that, you were just surrounded by negativity all itself. So it was your environment, but also you. Tammy says that she hopes that Andrea really likes her for her. And I don't doubt that she doesn't. I feel like, she's been talking to you this long. I feel like if she didn't like you for you, she wouldn't waste the time. But I am curious to know how long they have been dating or talking, whatever, because I don't think that they said it in the episode. If they did, if you could drop that in the comments, if how long they've been dating, because I remember Amy saying how long her and Brian been dating, but I never heard how long Tammy and Andrea has been dating. So yeah, I'm a little curious about that. Andrea then tells Tammy that she wants to meet her mom, she wants to meet the family, she wants to meet everybody, and Tammy's like, you know what, I don't know, I don't know. I just want everybody to get along. I just want everybody just to, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. And Tammy, I just don't understand what you're so concerned about. You already told your family that you're pansexual. So by you bringing home a woman, I mean, yeah, this may be the first woman you ever brought home, but by you breaking the ice saying that you're pansexual, unless they don't know what that means, they shouldn't really be shocked that you're bringing a woman home.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Then it switches back over to Amy and Brian, and Amy reveals that within the first 3 days, Brian told her that he loved her.
Do you have a history of mental illness? Yes.
Then Amy says she had to catch up with him 3 weeks later to tell him that she loves him too.
I don't know, this bitch is stupid. Ugh.
Okay. Brian then says that he wants to meet her family, but Amy says that her family feels that she should slow down. Correct! And I wholeheartedly agree with that. You need to take your time. It's one thing if you were Tammy and it's just you. You have kids, so it's not only going to affect you, this will affect your kids, bad or good. So I just feel like you need to take your time. Then Brian says that, he loves her, he loves how everything is going, and he asks Amy to move in with him. And I just feel like no, y'all have been dating for a month. She literally said a month, and you already ready for her to move in. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Mental institution. This is crazy. Bitch needs straight jacket.
I just feel like, and on top of that, like, has he been married before? Who does he live with? Does he live alone? These are questions that we need to know. But Amy, you do not need to move in with this man. This man, no, I don't care how good he treats you or your children. It's too early for y'all to be trying to move in. Like, you need to be just worried about staying at home. So next thing we see Chris and Brittany, they're outside, they're cleaning their grills, and we basically see Chris's grill collection. And the only one that I would want to get is that green egg. I used to have it, well, my mom had it, when I was a kid. And the hibachi grill, yeah, I definitely need to invest in getting a hibachi grill because I love me some hibachi. Brittany says that she is, wanting to get healthier and she wants to get back on her health journey. And she said that, she needs to cut back on the good food that he cooks for her and that she needs to control her diabetes. And she's also contemplating on wanting to have weight loss surgery. In my opinion, I don't think that Brittany needs the weight loss surgery. I'm not a doctor, so clearly I don't have the credentials to say you should or you shouldn't. But I feel like based off what I'm seeing, you don't look that big to me. I don't know what she looks like in person, but you don't look that big. I feel like if anything, you just need to exercise and just eat right. I feel like that would be the best thing. But everyone has their own opinion, but I just feel like she should just stick to working out and exercising. She goes into detail about her trying all different type of diets to lose weight ever since middle school and nothing has worked. And she doesn't want to do any weight loss pills. She feels as though if she does the surgery, that will be a more permanent route. And with knowing that information, I feel like, okay, well then if you exhausted all your options besides surgery, then if the doctors can approve you, clearly they have the credentials to approve you or deny you. So if they approve you for the surgery, who am I to tell you that you can't? So if you want to get that, then go get that. You need that? Then Brittany says that she would like to have the surgery. That way she can run around with her grandchildren. And she says that it's always been a dream of hers to be a parent. Now, I'm not even going to hold you. This is season 7. We already know that Chris got 2 children. But I thought that at least one of the children was biologically Brittany's and his. But come to find out that those are Chris's children and those are her stepchildren, due to her being married to him. But yeah, I thought that was her child because I don't know. I just thought that was her child. So to find out that she doesn't have any children, I'm just like, oh, wow. And she feels as though that, with her diabetes and just her health in general, that is a factor as to how come she hasn't had a baby. So I was really shocked to know. I'm like, wow, the way that they be acting around each other, I truly thought that was her child. But that just truly shows that she really loves those children. Brittany says she's not getting any younger. Chris says he's not getting any younger. Chris says in his confessional that if Brittany really truly wants a baby, that he would do what he needs to make sure that she has that. But he's also afraid that once the baby gets here, she's the type of person where, it seemed like she's an anal type of person. She likes to make sure everything's in line and order. And he feels as though with the baby, everything is not going to be that way. Everything is in its place and home, and the child's going to ransack the house, and he's afraid of her mental state. So I feel like that you have to, with big decisions like that, want to bring a baby to the world, and especially at a certain particular age, you do have to weigh out the pros and the cons with that. And I mean, that's just with any decision, but especially with the big decision like that. They were mentioning having 2 surgeries because Brittany, of course, wants to have her weight loss surgery, and then Chris also wants to have a surgery to correct his chest. And she's like, do you think we can take care of both surgeries within 1 year? And he's like, we'll see what we can do. 3 letters. TLC. TLC needs to cut the check. Cut that check.
You need to cut that check, okay? ASAP!
Like, you need to cut the check. Like, y'all over here getting money off these people's lives. Yeah, at least you can pay for this little surgery. Yeah, pay for the surgery. Something. 80-20. But pay something. So the next scene, we go to Amy's house, and I'm seeing Amy's children, I'm seeing Amanda, and I'm seeing some other people that don't look familiar. I'm like, what's going on?
Girl, what's going on?
Then we finally see Amy. She in the kitchen, and she's talking about, oh my God, my house is so chaotic. Yeah, it is. Amy reveals shortly after Amanda moved in, her children moved in. And some of the friends. And we see where it's Amy, her 2 grown-ass children. Then we see the girlfriend. She over in the fridge getting a little piece of cheese, eating cheese.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
I would put that down. No. You don't live here. Get your ass out this fridge. What are you doing in my fridge? See, that already pissed me off. What's she doing? She over just freely in the fridge, taking a piece of cheese. Now, if I was Amy, if that was my last piece of cheese, that's your ass. Because why are you in my damn fridge? You don't live here, ho. Then we see Amanda's sons in their confessional. They're saying that it's a little irritating living with Amy.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Listen here, homeless Harry. You don't have a home, so you can't talk about anybody being irritated. Like, if you're so irritated, go find you a new home. Why are you here? You so irritated. Like, I'd rather be irritated under a roof than be irritated by some bugs outside. So, which one?
I'm waiting.
And then on top of that, I don't understand why they don't have a home themselves. It's not like you in New York, California, Florida, something like that. You in a rural county in Kentucky. If y'all don't find y'all a decent home, like, I don't know.
Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Ooh, Lord.
Amanda says that, yes, her kids are grown, but wherever she goes, her children are allowed to go. And I agree with that. Yes, your children should be able to be wherever you are, but not to live. No, ma'am. Family or not. They're not meant to be, like, they're grown. They need to find them a place. I don't know how old they are, but they got to be at least in their 20s, early 20s, something. But y'all clearly grown enough. Y'all old enough where y'all can sign across the dotted line to get y'all a lease somewhere. Go find you a home. And I also said in the first review that I'm like, where's your home at? But now it's confirmed that you clearly don't have the home at all. You clearly sold it because your sons are now moving in with you. I'm thinking that, maybe her sons maybe took over. I don't know, but clearly you don't have that home no more. And now your sons are living with Amy. And Amy's like, I don't know how long I can deal with living with them. Like, Amanda got a lot of opinions. Her children just do whatever they want, and it's just a lot. She says that it's even hard to keep groceries in the house. And yeah, I can tell old girl over there eating that cheese in the fridge. Yeah, she's eating up everything just like with them. They ain't big for no reason. Like, you have got to get this under control. After Amy gives the food to the children, she's seated down. She's seated next to everyone, and she's basically saying, like, this house is too small, but it's nobody's fault but hers. She says that when a lot of people are around, she starts to get nervous and start to get shaky.
Girl, bye.
You get nervous and you get shaky because you don't feel like telling her you need to get out. You're not bothered by the fact that there's a lot of people here. And I mean, don't get me wrong, maybe you are a little bit, but for the most part, you're nervous and shaky because you don't feel like confronting your sister, telling her this is getting out of hand now. That's what you're afraid of. You should have just simply said to her, you know what, I effed up. I should never told y'all to move in. Amanda, I was cool with you living here, but your 2 sons and the girlfriend eat my cheese? She's over here too? Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. Amanda, no. Don't back up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You don't touch me either. Y'all have to go. Y'all gotta go. I can't do it no more. I can't. Amanda then says in her confession that she's very grateful that Amy let her move in, but she feels that Amy forgets that she needs them just as much as she needs her. And I can agree with that, a little bit, but also at the same time, don't take advantage of that because you feel that she needs you. Like, yes, you can move in, but your children cannot just move in either. Like, no. And then she said that she's been watching her tone, watching the way she speaks to Amy, but she had to let her know that she don't give a whose house it is. Respect is respect. And I agree with that, but also at the same time, I don't think that Amy be respecting her. I feel like Amy too scared, for real, to be trying to be blatantly disrespectful to you. I feel like she may say something in a callous way, but I don't think that she would blatantly disrespect you. Then Amy asks Amanda, like, when you moving out? Did you find your place? What's going on? What's the update? And Amanda's like, I've seen some places, but, I'm just trying to save my money. And yeah, that's about it. And Amy's just like, Amy says that Amanda has lived there for 2 months and she's really contemplating on this moving in with Brian. She feels like that would be a better option. She feels like her house is full of chaos and living with Brian don't sound too bad. So that's what's on her mind right now. Next thing we see Tammy, she's meeting up with an old classmate. She said she lost contact with a few of her friends because when she was really big, she just stayed in the house. She didn't really go anywhere. So her friend gets there and they hug, they sit and they're talking. And the first thing I think is like, damn, how many of y'all motherfuckers don't got no teeth? Like, it's either you ain't got no teeth, you missing some teeth, you missing a tooth. It's never a perfect smile. Like, god dang, like, what's going on? Like, is it the two? Y'all chewing that tobacco. That's what it is. So they're talking and they're catching up, and Tammy's basically wanting to get advice on how she can come clean to her family now that she's dating a woman. She's asking her friend Steven because he's the openly gay man, and he's giving her advice. But in my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, Tammy, why? You don't need no advice. You literally told your family that you are pansexual. Like,
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
What are we not getting here? Like, you literally told them that. You act like they are going to be blindsided. Like, come on now. Luckily, her friend was able to give her some type of advice for it, but I just feel like you didn't need it because you already broke the ice with saying you're pansexual. So if they were to see you with a man, a woman, a they, them, or whatever, they shouldn't be shocked because you already told them. Then Tammy says that she's honestly afraid to be her true self around her siblings. She can around Amy, but Misty, Chris, and Amanda, she feels that she really can't be her true self. And she's like telling Steven, you know how my family is. You know they rough. And Steven's like, yeah, they rough. Some even look rough.
So sad. I just have to win.
One for Steven, one for Steven. Steven then tells Tammy, go for what makes you happy. And honestly, that's all you can do. The next scene, we have Amy and Tammy. They're getting ready to go to a Reiki session. It's basically a place where you go to promote relaxation, reduce stress, and just to improve your overall well-being. Amy's asking Tammy, why are you hiding Andrea? Do you feel like the family won't accept her? And Tammy's like, yeah, I don't think that they would. And Amy's like, I don't care who you date, black, white, male, female, I don't care.
State of love, bonding, trust, real friendship.
And I feel like, hey, that's what's up. She definitely need to hear that. But also at the same time, Tammy, you told him you pansexual. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Sister Patterson, come here. Sister Patterson, come here. Tell her.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
How are you afraid of something that they already know about you? Tammy says that Andrea is an upgrade from her exes like Jerry and the BBW King, and only time will tell. I can't co-sign on that because I don't know this woman. As if like I need a co-sign, but yeah, I'm still co-signing. I don't know her, so I can't say that she's better than your exes. So we will see. Tammy then asks Amy, how's everything going at the crib with you, Amanda, and all, like, what's going on? And Amy's like, I done about had it. I'm in my feelings. Her kids are doing whatever they want, and she's had it. Amy, I don't feel bad for you. I truly don't. I just feel like I can understand to a certain degree that you felt obligated to let Amanda in and then for her to allow her children to come in. I can understand that from a family perspective, but also at the same time, they ain't kids, they grown. They can get their own place and they don't have to get it by themselves. You should have nipped that in the bud. I don't know where they was living at before, but that's where they should have stayed at. They was at, because they wasn't living with you all this time. So wherever they stayed at, they should have stayed there, or they should have found them a place. So, but in this moment, I don't feel bad for you. You allowed this. This is your home, and yet you allowing people in your home. Like, if you don't want them there, you can say that. Like, even if she gets mad or whatever, that's your home. That's her fault for selling her home thinking Mr. Florida was that. Like, that's her fault. Tammy says in her confessional, you know, this is what she was afraid that would happen, and that she hopes with them going to this Reiki session that it will give Amy the strength to confront Amanda, to stand up to her, and possibly kick her out if she needs to. And then we see Amy start crying about the situation.
Wipe your tears, honey.
Yeah. So they finally get to the Reiki session, and Amy goes first. So Amy gets on the table. She's laying down. The man's doing what he needs to do. And before you know it, Amy knocked out. As soon as she got on that table and lay down, my girl said, "Good night." She needed that nap. Her own two children wearing her out. And on top of it, you got Amanda, her two children, and that girlfriend over in the fridge eating that cheese, wearing Amy out. So yeah, Amy's like, let me go ahead and get my rest in while I can and get paid for it too. Then they switch over, and then Tammy goes, and as Tammy's having her session, Amy over here asking her, how you feeling? Tammy, how you doing? What's going on? How you feeling? What's going on? Amy, stop talking to her. Like, the woman, as she's doing it, she's like, I'm doing this. Like, she wanted to say, shut up.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now. Because you know what?
But in a professional way, I'm currently in this session right now. Like, please be quiet. Like, don't say nothing else. After Tammy did her Reiki session, she got up from the table. She was crying a little bit. It seemed like it kind of helped, but only time will tell. So hopefully it did help her. So in the last scene, we're seeing most of the family, they're going to this apple orchard with the little kids. That way they can, you know, just enjoy this moment and also enjoy within themselves. So, you know, they go on the train, you know, they're picking apples. And after having fun, they decide to sit down. That way they can talk. Chris asks Amy, you know, how's the living situation? And Amy says, nothing's changing. I don't think that Amanda and her boys are leaving anytime soon. And they basically taking over everything. And then she says that they don't contribute a dime.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That right there would have did it for me. Oh, I thought these people was at least paying for some stuff. No, they ain't paying for a dime. Like, so you paying the electric, gas, rent, groceries, whatever else. You doing all that while they just in the house. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ain't no way. There is no way you are going to be living under my roof as a grown-ass person and not pay no bills or not contribute to anything. You're not down on your luck that bad. You got a job, ho. TLC is paying you. TLC is paying you. So where's the coinage? I need the coinage. Like, Amy better than me. Ain't no way you living in my home, eating up all my stuff, taking up space, and you ain't paying no bills? You not contributing anything? No. Amy then says that she told Amanda from the beginning, before I guess Amanda even moved in, that she did not want anyone living with her. And she said that she did it anyways. She can't do that if that ain't her home. You allowed her to do that. She can suggest, she could recommend, she could request, she could ask, but she cannot forcefully bring anyone into your home if that's not her home. You allow that. And I feel like partially you allow that because y'all family, but also I feel like you allow that as well because you a little bit afraid of Amanda. But you need to put your foot down. This is your house. And they ain't paying no bills? No, you ain't finna be inviting everybody in this home and then you're not paying nothing towards it. Absolutely not. Then Amy mentions that Brian asked for her to move in, and Chris is like, you done lost your mind. Cue it, Nene.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
He says that you ain't been with him more than 6 weeks. Amy feels that Brian is the one, and she feels like that it'll be better for her. She feels like it's just too much going on at her home. Ma'am, you allowed it. You allowed it. I don't feel bad for you. You allowed that. And Chris, Mr. Knowledge, he was definitely hitting it. He says, both of y'all need to learn the sense of time. Both of y'all do. He was like, look at your last situation with you and Michael. Y'all was moving too fast, and look at you now. You have more important things to be worried about a man.
Now, come on now.
And he was hitting it all. He was hitting all the notes. He was hitting everything. Everything that he said was meant to be said in this moment. You don't need to be rushing fast. You don't need to be concerned about a man. You need to be focused on you and your kids. Tammy says that you need to be careful, and Chris says that you up royally. And not royally. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a little stinger, but hey, and you can tell her face, like she just looks so down. But it's just, I mean, they're only going based off of your actions, Amy. I mean, I don't feel I feel bad for you a little bit, but you put this onto yourself, so I can't be. Yeah, you gotta do better for you and your children, because you have to make better decisions. But yeah, that was the rest of the episode. I don't have no more commentary. But if you could please comment, like, and subscribe, that'd be very great to my channel. And I'm gonna see you on the next review.